Hello everyone, my name is Divya and in this series of Java programming, today we will be discussing about object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is a paradigm which organizes a program around its data while defining a set of interfaces to that data. It's a program that can be characterized as data controlling access to code. Object-oriented programming features includes abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. And in today's class, we will focus on inheritance. Inheritance, as we know, is one of the foundations of object-oriented programming. It allows the creation of hierarchical classifications. Using the inheritance, you can create a general class that defines the characteristics common to a set of related items, and that class can be inherited by one or more specific classes. The class that is inherited is called superclass, and the class that does the inheritance is called as subclass. So how do we achieve inheritance? Using the extends keyword. To inherit a class, that is to include the definition of one class into another, we use the extends keyword. The general form of this inheritance can be like this. That is class A which is a superclass and class B is a subclass using the keyword extends class A. The meaning of the statement is class B is extending the definition of class A. That means the class B is now able to access the definition, that is the members of class A. Moving on, so before we dive deep into inheritance, we will pause for a moment to understand what are access modifiers. Accessing a member of a class can be determined with an access modifier attached to its declaration. So how are when we talk about the members of class, the members of class includes both variables and methods. So how do you declare a class which is having members? Accessing a member of a class can be determined with access modifiers attached to its declaration. So members of a class includes variables and methods. Let us see an example how these methods and variables can be declared. Example, any access modifier is attached or prepended while declaring. Access modifier, data type, identifier, and a value which is optional. This is about the declaration of a variable. Whereas a method can be declared as access modifier, the data type. So this is where the access modifier is attached to the declarations of the variables and methods. Java supplies different access modifiers like public, private, and protected. It also defines the default access level. So let us understand how these access modifiers can help access a member of a class. For example, if you take a private access modifier, if a private access modifier is attached to any declaration, either a variable or a method, it can be accessed only within the same class. If it is a default access modifier, then it can be accessed with the same class, in the same package, and the subclass which is in the same package, and also a non-subclass within the same package. Here, a package typically represents a group of classes. And protected. A protected access modifier or the variables or the methods with this particular access modifier, the protected access modifier, can be accessed within the same class, same package, in the as subclass as well as non-subclass, and also a different package subclass. And whereas public, it can be accessed anywhere, that is within the same class and the same package, either a subclass or non-subclass, and in a different package can be where it can be accessed by its subclass and also a non-subclass. So this is about the access modifier. When coming to the types of inheritance, we have a single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Java does not support the multiple inheritance of classes. So this is how the pictorial representation of a single inheritance looks like. Class A, which is the superclass, is being inherited by the class B, which is a subclass, this represents the single inheritance, only one step. Whereas the multi-level inheritance, class A, which is a superclass of class B, and class B, which is the superclass of class C. Class B becomes a subclass of class A and class C becomes a subclass of class B. And now the class C is able to access the members of class B as well as class A. For hierarchical inheritance, class B is a subclass and class C is also a subclass, and class A acts as a superclass. Class A's members can be accessed by both class B and class C. Let us understand these implementations with an example. We'll write a code which exemplifies as the different types of inheritance that we discussed here. As we discussed, let us see an example that illustrates a single inheritance here. So to inherit one class to another class, we use the keyword extends. So let us use the keyword extends and extends class A. So I already have three classes here, class A, class B, and class C. So I am making the class B a subclass and class A acts as a parent class because I'm extending class A. I'm mentioning that I want to extend class A. Hence the class A acts as a parent class, which is also called as superclass, and class B acts as a child class or subclass. Okay. Let us add a main method to it. When I use this object B, if you observe, when I say method A and method B, method A belongs to class A and method B belongs to class B. That means when I instantiate an object of class B, I am now able to access the members of class A, which is my parent class, and method B, which is the the method of class B. That is, I can access members of both class A, that is the parent class, and class B, the subclass. Okay, let us save it and execute. When you execute this program, yes, from class A and class B. If you go to class A, I have a method which is named with method A, and I just have a simple print statements which says it's from class A. And now my output is correct, isn't it? So this is how the single inheritance can be implemented. Now coming to the multi-level inheritance, right? Let's write a program for multi-level inheritance. This is now I say class B extends class A. If you look back here, I want class B is extending class A to class B. That is, come here to class C and I say when I say extends class B, now my class C is able to access the methods of class B as well as the methods of class A. Let us see this. Now, when I am trying to access the methods, I instantiated an object for class C, and now when I'm trying to access the members of the classes, if you see here, with the help of object of class C, I am able to access method A, method B, and method C. If you see here, method A is a member of class A and method B is a method of class B and method C is the method of class C. Isn't it right? So if I am able to access with the help of my object, if I'm able to access the methods of my class B and class A, this is write the code for this now. Method A, method B, and then method C. Save it and execute. So this is my outcome. Isn't it right? So class C. This is how our multi-level can be implemented. Now going back to the hierarchical inheritance. So what I'm doing here, class B is extending class A and class C is also extending class C. Let us see if this is possible. It is possible, right? Class B extends P is inheriting class A and class C is also inheriting class A at the same time. Let us see if it is possible. See, I wrote the code like this. That is, my class B is extending class A. At the same time, class C is also extending class A. So nothing is erroneous here. Okay, let me execute this code. This is perfect. And this is also working. Inheritance, hierarchical inheritance is possible. Inheritance, class A, I have class A and class B. Okay, and I have class C. If I try to inherit class A and class B at the same time, it is called as multiple inheritance. Let us try this. So now I have three classes now. If I try to extend, I'm already extending a class A. Now if I try to extend another class B. So what does it says? Look at here, the syntax error on token extends permits expected. That means Java level inheritance, not the multiple inheritance in case of classes only. So this is how all about the types of inheritance. We will learn about the different other features of Java like the remaining or abstraction, polymorphism, and the other one is encapsulation class. Hope this class is helpful to you all. Thank you.